From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they... Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
When he's on the field for the Bengals, they believe they can beat anyone. Unfortunately, last season was the third one they've had cut short from injury. Overall, though, when Joe Burrow's on the field, the Bengals believe.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
He may have gone through some trials and tribulations, but Baker Mayfield has never lost belief in self, and that transmits to the rest of the team. When he's on the field, he believes he can move the ball against anyone, and so do his teammates.
Here's Bucky Irving, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Jamar Chase is so good. Oftentimes you feel like you almost take him for granted because you expect 1,000 yards or more each and every season, and that's exactly what he's done since he became a Bengal.
Here's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They go play action with Burrow. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
Now Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
They'll start on the ground with Irving. They juked him. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Once again, it's Irving. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
First down, Buccaneers.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run up the middle with Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Mayfield now. This is caught by McMillan. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie us at 3-3. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Oh, good move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that went to the right side and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. As they've got it as we resume action. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Irvin. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now a give, Irving running right. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Demetrius Knight read that play immediately and hits him for a loss. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Mayfield looks to throw. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
The blitz doesn't always have to get home to be effective. They knew the offense had a long way to go to pick up the first down, so they forced the ball out quick and then rallied to the football to force fourth down.
Fourth down, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. They'll run the draw with Irving. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Second and goal from inside the 5. Mayfield on play action. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And this brings up a third and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A solid stiff arm. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the...
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And his kick here is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Brown going up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Draw play for Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Burrow on play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Burrow will throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
A 40-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Godwin. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Mayfield. To the sideline and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
Buccaneers.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and a couple. Now again, a run with Gainwell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They go play action with Burrow. And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. Starting things out with a give to Gainwell. Oh, what a move. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The punt team and Vernon out there as he gets this one away. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And Burrow going to throw again. That's taken in by Higgins. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
Now it's Burrow.
30-yard line.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, 30 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Bengals grab it. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running right, here's Brown. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Over the middle, Yoshivas. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. An inside give, Brown. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On the ground, this is Sean Tucker. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll work inside here, Tucker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Bengals first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. A little juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Otten brings it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Mayfield. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Mayfield now. He'll find McMillan here. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's got a Bengals first out as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. they feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. Hits his running back, Pirine. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 13. The drive begins with a carry by Tucker. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On first down, it's Tucker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. To the right side, catch made by Bucca. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Well, the home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Oh, great grab by Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
A 49-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st down, Buccaneers.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Otten. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield with it once more. Finding Otten once more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
Now Mayfield. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Tucker is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have